The hotel industry or the hospitality industry, which includes hotels, is a very competitive industry. It's a very competitive niche. Depending on where your hotel is located, some areas are going to be much more competitive than others, especially the likes of London. Today, we're going to be walking through the steps what I would take to rank and optimize, or optimize and rank a hotel website to appear in search engines. So we want to boost online visibility and increase the bookings, of course. So this guide's going to basically take hotel owners and hotel managers through optimizing their own website, online presence, and attracting more customers, more guests through search engines. So why does SEO matter for hotels? Increased booking potential, of course. You want to capture travelers searching for accommodations in the area that you're offering them. It's SEO is a cost-effective marketing strategy. So you're going to reduce dependency on expensive, really expensive online travel agencies like bookings.com, hotels.com, things like that. And you're going to get a competitive edge doing it. You're going to stand out from a crowded hospitality market. You're going to stand out in the space and you're going to increase your own brand authority and your website's authority doing so. 83% of travelers use search engines for travel planning. So you want to be there when they start looking at what they're going to be booking, basically. So keywords like hotels in London, you're probably never going to rank for because those type of keywords are dominated really heavily by really, really high authority websites. So if we come over to Ahrefs and we go to hotels in London, so yeah, it's a keyword difficulty 61, really, really hard. There's a lot of search volume there, 34,000 a month in terms of the searches. And then when you come down here, you're looking at, really big players like Booking.com, Expedia, Trivago, Hotels.com. You've got the Savoy London, and even that's a 65 domain rating. The only one that's under a 30 domain rating is hotels-london.co.uk. Now that's an exact match domain. So where you have an exact match domain, that typically will give you a bit of an unfair advantage, and it still works. A lot of people say exact match domains or partial match domains don't work, but they do very clearly work. We're going to go through other sort of keywords, and you'll see that I've been through a load of hotel in London, London hotels, London hotels for families, London hotels for family of four, etc., etc. And I found that exact match domain or partial match domain, even with a lower domain rating, are dominating the space. Now, domain rating, just to sort of go back, domain rating is basically the power of that domain. So the more backlinks that domain's got, that website's got, the more power in the backlinks that website's got, the stronger the domain is, and the higher the domain rating, the stronger the website is. That's going to be really hard to compete. So you can see Booking.com, that's a domain rating of 93. We're not going to compete with that with lower domain ratings. So that's the challenge that we're faced with, and that's what we're going to look to solve today. So fancy hotels in London, London hotels for families of 4 or 5, you have a fighting chance of ranking for, providing you've got good technical SEO, you've got a good technical website, you've got good on-page strategy for your website, you've got a good content strategy for your website, and you've got some decent links coming in. Now, they don't have to be amazing links from BBC or The Sun or anything like that, but you do want local citations, local businesses, local hospitality websites linking to you, and that's what's really going to help. With all of that combined, you are going to start ranking for these keywords. So keyword research is going to be the backbone of any good SEO strategy. I've said in my other videos. Now, there are free and paid options. So the free options are Google Keyword Planner, I'm not a big fan of, Ubersuggest, Answer the Public, and also Answer the Crates is also a really good tool for drumming up keyword ideas on what to write for, on what to write about. Paid keyword tools, Ahrefs, SEMrush. Now, these are not just keyword tools, these are also website research tools. They will find backlinks, they will find topics, they will do a lot more than just keyword research. And they're absolutely essential if you're doing SEO with any kind of meaning. But if you're doing SEO one off, not sure if it's worth the price tag, you could still get a lot done with the free tools. Monitoring tools, you've got your Google Search Console, Google Analytics, and Bing Webmaster Tools. Google, just a very quick overview, Google Search Console, you're going to be measuring, that's what measures Google traffic coming into your website. You're going to get keywords that people are using to search to get to your website. You're going to be seeing the impressions that every keyword, every page is bringing in. If there is an issue with your website, this is how Google lets you know. It's almost like a Google Stats Monitor. Google Analytics does everything else. It basically gives you all the data from other forms of traffic to your website, whether it be social, newsletters, anything like that. And you also get behavior data in Google Analytics as well. Bing Webmaster Tools does exactly the same as Google Search Console, but for Bing. Now, Bing Webmaster Tools didn't used to be that important. Not a lot of people used to worry about it so much, but now with Search GPT, which is ChatGPT's search engine, you are going to need to pay attention to it because Search GPT, it seems, gets a lot of its data from Bing. So it makes sense, right? So because ChatGPT is partly owned, as far as I know, by Microsoft. So all these things add up and they make sense. So I would certainly start optimizing for Bing as well as Google. Now, the essentials for ranking in hospitality. Google Business Profile. You definitely need a Google Business Profile to start ranking in this niche. Now, comprehensive profile management is what you need. So you need detailed, accurate business information of what you provide on what your hotel actually does, the amenities that it has. The more information that you give to your Google Business Profile, the better it's going to be for your ranking. High quality photos. You want to make sure that the photos that you upload are really high quality, ideally geo tagged. So that means the geolocation is tagged into that photo. A lot of websites will do the geo tagging for free. Just Google it and you'll be able to do that. Virtual tours and rooms. So if you have that facility that you can offer this, then definitely do it. People want to know what kind of room they're going to be staying out for a night, 2 night, 3 nights, whatever it might be. You want to make sure that you've got regular updates about your amenities, about any offers that you're currently promoting, and post these on Google Business Profile. Post these as posts on your Google Business Profile, and it's really going to help. It's going to show Google that you're active, and it's going to show users that you're active, and that's a really great sign for any business to have on Google. Whatever reviews you get, you want to reply to, whether it be positive or negative. And I've seen a lot of companies who completely ignore the negative reviews and only reply to the positive reviews, which is not ideal because that shows that you're ignoring. It shows, your potential customers as well as Google that you're not taking into account anyone who's saying anything remotely bad about you. Now, where you do have negative comments, and you will get negative comments if you're operating a business, and that's the unfortunate part of operating a business. You want to go in there and you want to be as helpful as possible. Really sorry about that, Jim. Really sorry that you had that experience. Please write to me directly. Here's my email address, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Something like that reassures other customers and Google that you care about your customers. And that's what other people want to see, and that's what Google wants to see. You want to highlight your unique selling points, your USPs, whether it has a spa, location, balcony, ironing board, room service, wake up call, everything like that. You want to make sure that these points are highlighted on your Google business profile. Obviously, all of these things also matter on your website, but you want to make sure that you're on top of it on your Google business profile before you even get to your website. So, your foundational setup for good ranking is going to be as follows, and this is almost a technical setup. So, you want to make sure that your website is mobile responsive, so it looks good on mobile as well as desktop. You want to make sure that your pages are loading fast. If your pages are slow, by slow I mean anything below a 2 second, maybe a 3 second load time, people will start pressing back. Now you've got to remember, not everyone who is searching your website is going to be on a very fast internet connection. Some people may be on the train, bus, taxi, out and about, and they might have a really weak mobile network. So you want to cater for that and make sure that your website is loading fast, whatever the browser, whatever the internet speed. So you want to make sure your website is fast and lean. You want to make sure that you've got clear and intuitive navigation. As soon as you get onto your website, you want to see where you're going. You want to know where you are. It's like going into a shopping center. If you don't know what you're looking for, you're never going to find it. But if there's really clever signs, saying that H&M is that way, or I don't know, can't think of a shop right now. Next is that way, and I want to go to Next. That's where I'm going to go. It's really clear. I know where to go, and it's being laid out for me. It's the same with the website. You want to make sure that you've got prominent calls to action. So you want to make sure people can book wherever they are on the website. So if they're in an informational article, you want to make sure that there's a pop-up on the side to say book here, or check our bookings, or check our availability. Are you after a spa room? Are you after a balcony room? Have a look to see what we've got available. And you want to make things as easy as possible. You want to embed Google Maps showing the exact location of that hotel. And I can't stress how important this is. And this is really easy. You just use the Google API to do that. So Google API, not APO, API. And you can embed a Google map onto your website's contact page, about page, find us page, whatever page that you find or that you feel is most relevant, install or embed that map there. That's really going to help Google as well as customers. You want to make sure that you're clearly displaying your contact information. Excuse me. So your phone number at the top, your address at the bottom. And again, it's about making it really easy for customers to contact you. If your phone number is at the top and someone gets onto your site on a mobile network, the site's not loading for whatever reason, they've got your number there. They can literally just tap on your number, give you a call, you've got a booking. If you don't have that number there and they're fidgeting around and trying to find that phone number, you may lose that booking. You might as well call that booking lost. So have your phone number right at the top. If you can, have a phone number at the bottom, have a chat widget. But again, that chat widget is really going to depend on how fast your website is with that widget, because chat widgets do slow down websites. Something to keep in mind. You might also consider a Facebook chat widget. So if someone clicks that, they'll leave your website, go onto Facebook, and then you could chat to them on Facebook Messenger. That might be an option. WhatsApp now also do this. This might also be an option. So these are all things to consider, but you don't want to slow down your website doing it. Clear schema markup. So this is really important. Schema markup is almost like a TLDR. It's a too long didn't read, and it's serving everything that you want into Google on a platter, basically. So let's just say I want to find a hotel in hotels tonight. So this is what I mean by schema markup. These hotels have already used schema markup because I can go in and select I want a hotel tonight and what's available for, let's just say, 4 guests. Ah, perfect. I can just go in and book this hotel. Oh, it looks good. And these websites are using schema markup because Google is literally extracting all of this information from their website and presenting it to me, the user. So you want to make sure that your schema markup is fully implemented and working correctly. And you can test schema markup by using schema markup testers free online. Content strategy. So you want your keywords to ideally focus on location-based searches. Long tails are your friend. What do I mean by long tails? So again, if we go for hotels in London and then we have a look at the suggestions, and again, this is a paid tool, but what I want to do is include, oops, no, I want more filters, word count. I want more than 5 words, excuse me, in the search query. So these are long tails. Long tail keywords equals longer words or more words in the keyword. Hotel London is 2 words. Cheap hotels in central London is 5 words, and that's considered a long tail. And long tails are generally easier to rank for. So that said, you can see the keyword difficulty here is 20, 13. These are decent difficulties. Now, if we go back to the previous tab where it was hotels in London, that's a difficulty of 61. That's really difficult to rank for. Whereas longer tail, you've got more chance of ranking for these. Now, these numbers are not carved in stone, they're not the be all and end all. You may still rank even if you've got higher difficulty keywords, or you may not rank even with lower difficulty keywords. But these will give you a good indication. Hotels in Southeast London, that's a good keyword to go after. So let's just open that up and have a look to see what kind of websites are ranking on the top on the first page. So here I'm looking at the DR, that's how strong the domain is. Book 5-star. I think that's just a middleman. It doesn't seem like it's a hotel. Choose where also seems like a middleman. So yeah, I guess Book 5-star is a middleman. They'll present hotels, and then you can literally go to the hotel and book it from there. And I imagine these guys get some sort of commission. So these guys get some sort of commission. Now, going back to here, long tails is what we want to do. You want to go for specific room types. So every type of room would need a page dedicated and optimized for it. So if it's a two-person room with a balcony or a couple's room with a balcony, say that. A couple's room with a balcony and spa, say that. Say everything that you want to in your meta title. What do I mean by that? Let's have a look at a example here. Right, so hotels. Here we go, rooms and suites. So let's have a look at the deluxe queen. So this is a deluxe queen room. That's the meta description. I would probably want to put more keywords in there because the meta tag is limited to. Oh, you probably can't see what I'm doing, but the meta tag is limited to. A meta title tag is limited to 65 characters. You can definitely put more on there. As I scroll around, I would want to see more content on here, as in more words about the room, things like that. The more words that you can get on a page, the more entities that you're going to cover naturally, and that's going to help you rank. You want to include content about local attractions. This is our hotel, the Bentley Hotel in London. We have local attractions near to us, which are blah blah blah, whatever they might be. This park is next to us, this museum is next to us, and these are really good local attractions. If you want to book, here's our booking form. So again, you're talking about local attractions, but you're bringing them back to the booking form. So all goes back into feeding that funnel. You're looking at travel seasons. You also want to write about the travel season. So Christmas time is going to be really busy. During the summer holidays, it's going to be busy. But this is what we do, and this is how we embrace Christmas, and this is how we celebrate, the holidays, things like that. Write articles on those. You know, something that would attract people to the hotel. Unique hotel experiences, and this comes down more towards testimonials from guests who have stayed at your hotel, and that's going to be key as well. So the content types, again, going back into that, you want to make sure that the detailed room description pages are written to a very, very high degree. You want to make sure you include local area guides, because when you're looking at hotels in London, you're looking at two entities here. You're looking at two topical maps. So you're looking at the hotel and then you're looking at London. So you want to cover as much content as you can about hotels, and you also want to cover as much content as you can about London. And that way you've got two topical maps, and then you can create contextual bridges between the hotel and London. And that's going to make your website really powerful. Seasonal event information, blog posts about local attractions, travel tips for the destination. We've covered all of this in very many ways. It's the same as this, but I still put it there because it's worth highlighting again. You want to incorporate local and hospitality specific keywords naturally throughout all of your content. That goes without saying. Your page structure and optimization. So, again, room type, landing page, local attractions, amenity showcases, guest review, and testimonial sections. Page. I would even have pages for guest review and testimonials just because you want to show that off. Special offers. Yep, definitely have those. Internally linked between related content. And again, that goes to my previous point about interlinking between the hotel and the location. interlinking very, very deliberately. That's really going to help your ranking. You want to optimize images with descriptive alt text. You want to ensure that your main keywords are in the title tags, headers, and URLs. Your technicals. So your on-page SEO refinement, you want to make sure that all of these on-page factors are in check. These are your technical factors, and these are your on-page. You want to make sure that your site speed is really fast. You want to make sure it's mobile responsive, no broken links, and it's Core Web Vital compliant. You can literally just go to Core Web Vital's website and check that your website is performing as it should, and it's in the green or at least the yellow. You don't want it to be in the red for performance. Off-page strategies, you want to make sure you get yourself on local directories. You want to make sure you're on travel-specific citation sites. You want to make sure that TripAdvisor, Booking.com all have profiles for your website, for your hotel. Even if you're not advertising there actively, you want to make sure that you've got a page in their website because other hotels will do that. You want to make sure that you're in local tourism board listings. And again, this is coming back a little bit offline and going into creating partnerships, business partnerships, and then you can leverage that profile link in their website. So local tourism websites, local tourism businesses, tour guides, bus guides, they have those London buses, get on those. Advanced link building, partner with local tourism boards, which would just say create linkable content. So create guides, travel blogs, create content that people will naturally link out to. So with SEO, you've got three things that will really move the needle. You've got your technical, you've got your content, which is your on page, all the words on your page, and then you've got your links. So this is by far the one of the most important elements, because if two pages have the same content, same technical, how will Google know which one? How will Google know which one to rank? The one which has the most links that are good quality and decent links. Don't go out and buy 5,000 links for a tenner. Don't do that. What you should do is create content where people will naturally link out to. This is a really good guide. Have a look at this piece of content here, something like that. And that's what's called a linkable asset or a linkable content. Collaborate with local attractions. We went through that. Guest post on travel blogs. Guest posting used to work really well. It doesn't work so well as it did, but it's still worth doing, I would say. But you've got other activities that you should be doing and focusing more time on, and encourage and leverage high quality backlinks by doing the above. So reputation and review management. So systematic review monitoring. So you want to make sure that you're constantly looking at your reviews that people leave, whether it's on a third party website or whether it's on Google. Wherever it is, you want to look for reviews. And as soon as you get a bad review, you want to start addressing that straight away, sooner rather than later. Professionally respond to all feedback, negative or positive. Encourage guest reviews. So this is something that you should be doing, or your staff should be doing in the hotel when they check out. How was your stay? Hope everything was great. Would you mind leaving a review for us if you did have a good time? And then have your QR code point directly to your Google business profile, so you're making it really easy for your guests to literally just leave a review. If they're going to have to find your good Google business profile and then try to log in and then leave a review, you're creating more steps along the way. You don't want to do that. Get a QR code printed, and that's a link to your review page, and that's done. Let me know if you need to know how to do that. Happy to share. Excuse me. You want to showcase positive testimonials over your website. Show it off. Show that off. Address negative reviews constructively. Monitoring and continuous optimization. So you want to make sure that your Google Analytics is hooked in. As I said before, you'll see where the traffic is coming from. You want to double down on where most of your traffic is coming from. You want to make sure that your Google Search Console is also tracking your clicks and your impressions. If there's something wrong, you will know by Google Search Console. You want to see where the impressions are coming from. You want to see what pages have the most traffic, have the most clicks, and then you want to double down on that. You want to monitor booking funnel conversions. You want to track keyword rankings, and you want to keep on top of seasonal content adjustments. So Christmas is 2 months away. Well, right now it's less than a month away. But if Christmas was 2 months away, you want to start planning your Christmas content now before Halloween. You want to analyze user behavior and search patterns. So, specialized SEO considerations. Voice search is not really a thing anymore, so I'm actually going to delete this from my sheet. Local event and seasonal targeting is definitely still worth pursuing. Translation and international SEO. So again, this comes back to your Google Analytics and your Google Search Console and your Bing Webmaster Tools. If you find that you're getting a lot of traffic from, for example, France, then you might want to create a subdomain for a French language or a French international SEO href language tag, just so if someone gets onto your website from France, it's all native, it's all French, and you're helping them. Rich snippets and structured data. Again, that comes back into schema. So I'm just going to type in schema. Social media integration. So you want to make sure that every piece of content that you're putting out, you're also linking it from your social media profiles, whether it be LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're active. You put a piece of content out there, a blog post, a linkable asset, put it on your socials, and get some engagement, get people talking about this. And then you're looking at conversion optimization. So you want to make sure that your booking process is as simple as possible. And again, I refer to Amazon. Look how easy Amazon make it. Sometimes I don't even know what that parcel is when the Amazon Prime guy turns up and it's, oh, that's what I ordered. Because they make it so easy. You're literally scrolling and you tap a button and that's it. You've ordered it without even thinking. And that's very deliberately what they've done. Trust signals will also encourage booking. So trust signals like awards, certifications, and also reviews will also help that trust signal. Transparent pricing, make sure you've got no hidden costs. High quality professional imagery. Don't want rubbish, low res photos. You want high quality photos. The better the quality of the photo, the better perceived quality that your hotel will serve. Virtual room tours, again, this is budget permitting, and detailed amenity description. So literally put in detail. Don't just put ironing board, put modern ironing board with a modern iron or a clothes steamer for quick crease removals from your shirt, whatever it might be. But yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to go into detail in all of these things. And here's a couple of hotel examples, excuse me, which I've been looking at. So this one is actually a DR13, but it's ranking for hotels near Lancaster Gate in London. It's not a it's not a bad website at all by any means. You can see, you check in, check out. You can do it right there, and then as soon as you go there, you can start the check-in process, or you can start the booking process even. And you can see right above the fold, this is the fold. Anything below here is below the fold. So here, right above the fold, there's an opportunity to book right away, which I absolutely love. You go down and you can see what's available. You've got a picture of the rooms, and they're doing all these things right. Maybe they want to update the year that they the copyright year, but apart from that, they're doing everything right and they're doing everything well. So another low ranking website is hoteleolympia.co.uk. Again, this is exact match domain, and these do carry weight, but hoteleolympia.co.uk is actually ranking quite well for Hotels Olympia London. It's a really old looking website. It's not a nice looking website at all. This thing is probably 20 years old, but it's ranking, it's doing its job. I think that's a lot to do with the exact match domain and less to do with the actual SEO, because you may not be able to see, but I've opened up my SEO tool. The title tag is literally Hotel Olympia. There's no meta description. Uh, there's one H1, one H2. SEO wise, it's quite poor. And it's not really a strong domain, so it's only ranking out of pure luck. Nayland Hotel is a DR3, so even lower, but it's half decent. And again, right above the fold, you can start putting in your date and when you want to book. Okay, so maybe not that one. There we go. And this one, check availability. And right now, because I've done these steps, I'm already half committed. And the last one, Rhodes Hotel. So copy that. And again, right above the fold, they've got a check-in. They've got a phone number there. I would have liked that to be a little bit bigger, but it's fine. It works. I'm happy with that. The logo to me is a bit blurred. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely blurred. But yeah, I can start checking or I can start booking right away. You know, 3 rooms, 4 adults, 4 children. That's probably gonna be a family room or whatever, but or family rooms. But yeah, and that's a DR7, and that's ranking for Hotel Sussex Gardens, London. So these example sites are to show that yeah, it's absolutely definitely possible to rank with weaker websites. You don't need to be giants to rank. You just need to have good SEO, or in the case of Hotel Olympia, good enough SEO. So yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know. All the best.